5 months ago, I was asked to take on the role of Joint Special Envoy for Syria in order to seek peaceful solution to the crisis, an end to the killings of civilians, the human rights abuses, and a path towards a political transition. I accepted this task, which some called Mission Impossible, for I believed it was a sacred duty to do whatever was in my power to help the Syrian people find a peaceful solution to this bloody conflict. The severity of the humanitarian cost of the conflict and the exceptional threats posed by this crisis to international peace and security justify the attempts to secure a peaceful transition to a political settlement, however daunting the challenge. The increasing militarization on the ground and the clear lack of unity in the Security Council have fundamentally changed the circumstances for the effective exercise of my role. Yet, the bloodshed continues, most of all because of Syrian government's intransigence and continuing refusal to implement the 6-point plan, and also because of the escalating military campaign of the opposition, all of which is compounded by the disunity of the international community. At a time when the Syrian people desperately need action, there continues to be finger-pointing and name-calling in the Security Council. The Geneva Communique, endorsed by the Action Group for Syria on 30 June, provided an international agreement on a framework for political transition. This should have been automatically endorsed by the Security Council and something the international community should have built on. Without serious, purposeful, and united international pressure, including from the powers of the region, it is impossible for me or anyone to compel the Syrian government in the first place, and also the opposition, to take the steps necessary to begin a political process. I have therefore, actually before I say this, let me say you have to understand, as an envoy, I can't want peace more than the protagonist, more than the Security Council or the international community for that matter. I have therefore informed the Secretary General of the UN and the Secretary General of the Arab League today that I do not intend to continue my mission when my mandate expires at the end of August. My central concern from the start, and I think I mentioned it to you, has been the welfare of the Syrian people. Syria can still be saved from the worst calamity if the international community can show the courage and leadership necessary to compromise on their partial interest for the sake of the Syrian people, for the men, women, and children who have already suffered far too much. I would like to extend my appreciation and gratitude to both the Secretary Generals of United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, and Secretary General El Arabi of the Arab League for their unflinching support and the grace and cordiality that they extended to me, having given me the opportunity to serve the cause of peace once again.